occasionally I do something called the 5-star shout out. I'm not gonna say it because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in you can't make a you know what I'm talking about.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing out there? Welcome to another Saturday morning. I'm here with my co-host, the Chocolate Girl.
Good morning. The Chocolate Girl is in the house, in the building, up front and center, ready for a nice episode of the Side Jawn with my co-host, Dennis, the Everything Was Podcast Holmes. Love you, man. Glad to see you. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Today is a good day. I enjoy. So far. Well, it's early. We're a little early this morning. I know everybody out there like, oh, what's going on? Why my notification going on? A little early. We had to do things just a little bit differently this Saturday morning. You know what I mean? We forgot to put out our notification. Let everybody know, hey, we're gonna be a little early.
That's on me. That's on me. I was supposed to do it. Old lady fell asleep last night and forgot to do it.
That's all right, but we're gonna get back. We miss y'all. We came out here. We ready to talk to y'all. We got things to talk about. Happy Black History Month. Things is happening. Chocolate Girl, how was your week? Hello?
Sorry about that. Oh. My week has been good, actually. It's been a great week. Got good news at the doctor. I think I told you that. Still on my downward trend on this weight thing, little by little, just baby steps at a time, making it permanent.
Keep chopping and keep being great.
Yep, I'm glad at that. My numbers are looking okay, except my vitamin D numbers aren't doing better as well as I wanted them to do. So I got to go pick up a new prescription for that. And let me see, grandbaby's good. Life is pretty good. Still employed. New car running. Still got to figure out this new budget. That's going to be fun. But everything's been good this week. Had lunch with a friend yesterday for the first time. We'd never had lunch before. We had lunch yesterday. Cracked up for over 2 hours sitting there. It was fun, though.
You know something, Chocolate Girl? I haven't sat down and ate lunch with nobody. I've done breakfast, and I've done dinner. But to sit down and eat lunch, like to have a business lunch, hey, I'll meet you at noon. We go get dinner. I haven't done that, Chocolate Girl.
Yeah, because it was business and it was just fun too. Because we're in an organization together, so we ended up talking a little bit about the end of the organization, but for most of the time we were there, we were just there chopping it up, getting to know each other better. Found out that we have way too much in common, like the same things, interested in the same thing, see things the same. It's like, wow. Like I'm looking at me. She's just 7 years older.
That's good. You know what? Were y'all brought up in like the same neighborhoods or anything or no?
No, she's from Jersey. Jersey.
Jersey, gotta say it like June. Say Jersey.
Shout out to June Pierre.
Yeah.
What's up, June?
That's good to hear.
Yeah, it was good. It was a lot of fun. We cracked up, had some chicken and waffles. I hadn't had chicken and waffles in a good 6-7 months. Delicious.
I ain't had no good chicken and waffles since I was with you.
Well, that's where we went.
Yeah, since I was with you. Oh, here he go.
Yep.
Jersey. Here he go. He ain't even say good morning. You see what I'm saying? He ain't even say good
Right
morning.
around Jersey. Yeah, she from Jersey. And I was like, really? Because I never knew she was from Jersey. She moved here from Jersey back in the 90s, the early 90s. I was like, wow, okay.
See, I don't know nobody specifically that moved to North Carolina, but I remember my aunt moving to she moved to DC from Philly to DC, got her a good job and went out there and everything. I remember that.
Yeah, DC. I like DC. Well, you know how I feel about the Metro DC area. I love that area a lot.
Yeah, and back then I used to make fun of my cousin. I'd be like, "So y'all don't even have a block? Y'all live in a circle?" It was like, yeah. I was like, "Oh, okay."
A circle.
Yeah, it's called let's begin with a C. What it's called? Cul-de-sac.
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 Yeah, but I mean, you can get a cul-de-sac anywhere. Y'all don't have cul-de-sacs in Philadelphia anywhere?
We got cul-de-sacs.
All right. I figured.
I'm always, you know me, I'm big on block parties, community gatherings, stuff like that. Living in the cul-de-sac, I don't believe they have as many block parties, but I was wrong. But back then I didn't believe they had as many block parties, but I was wrong. I actually had a homegirl used to live in the cul-de-sac, and around, what is that, Memorial Day? Every year around Memorial Day, she had like a real big get together with her family. And that was nice. June said, what part of Jersey she from?
I didn't clarify, unfortunately.
I
didn't. I just was so blown away. She said she's from, because she doesn't. If you listen really carefully, she has just a hint of that Jersey flavor left in her voice, but you could barely hear it.
Let me tell you something. June does not consider a lot of South Jersey. He calls it June and Beat Analyst both do not consider part of South Jersey. They consider that the shore. So if anything, I want to say past Philadelphia is mainly considered the shore. So Camden and Sicklerville and all that, Pleasantville and Atlantic City.
That's still Jersey. What you talking about, June?
Wildwood, Atlantic City, all that. They don't consider that Jersey. They say, that's the shore.
I listen. I don't care what you consider and not consider. The map says it's Jersey. I'm gonna call it Jersey. How about that?
They got their own map. They took the Jersey part of it but wrote down the shore on it.
Are you serious?
I'm there.
I believe it. But no.
They wrote the shore on it. I said, yo, they is crazy. They really don't.
No,
and you know crazy. What? I never really noticed it until they said it. But when I talk to people who's from South Jersey about North Jersey, they would say, that ain't Jersey, that's New York. That's what they would say.
That's not New York. Sorry. Nice try, June. Nice try. That's not New York.
No. June is from North Jersey.
I understand that.
Yeah. But he wouldn't say it's New York. June wouldn't say that.
But you can't just go and just make up stuff just because that's what you want to do.
The battle, and I didn't really pay attention to it until they said it, but the people from South Jersey don't seem to respect people from North Jersey, but people from North Jersey don't seem to respect people from South Jersey as much. I never paid attention to it until June said it, and then I remember all the things that people used to say, like, oh no, that's New York. That's New York. That's why it's called Newark. That's what they used to say that. And I used to be like, huh? Like, no, it's Newark, New Jersey. They just right there. That's all. Nah, it's New York.
That sound like some North Korea, South Korea BS to me.
Well, I don't know about that part, but
that's what it sounds like. All this no respect. It's all the same thing. Stop it.
Hey man,
stop trying to make it something it ain't.
Yeah, Ryan Historian is in the building. As a matter of fact, he moved to Philadelphia. He probably heard some of that South Jersey talk towards North Jersey. He probably heard some of it. He been in Philadelphia for a couple years now. He probably heard some of it. I didn't really pay attention to it. You know what I mean? When you ain't from around there, you really don't put all that together. But they be having like, you know, classical battles with their high school teams and stuff. It goes down.
Well, I mean, that's everywhere.
Yeah.
But we're not trying to say that they're not a part of the state. I mean, I'm like, what?
Well, I ain't kicking them out.
I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, I ain't kicking them out. I'm just showing.
Well, I'm not gonna say too much more about that. I'm gonna let June have that. It's a Jersey thing. I would not understand.
I don't even want to understand, to be honest with you. And it was crazy because I be in North Jersey. I be in North Jersey from time to time, and I spent a lot of time in South Jersey. My daughter's in South Jersey. I spent a whole lot of time in South Jersey. Yeah. What's going on, Marcus Betts?
Oh, Good Marcus morning. Betts in the building.
Marcus Betts is in the building.
There he is. Okay, I had just pushed the button to tag him. He must have just put it at the same time. What's up, Marcus? Good morning.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what kind of coffee you got, Marcus. I don't drink coffee, so don't get into too many specifics like I'm going to buy it. I'm not buying it. Let's get that out of the way.
I don't believe it's coffee. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe that's coffee.
I know he's around the Latino community, so I know. Tequila. You think it's tequila?
Probably.
But I mean, I see smoke coming from it, so maybe it's tea and tequila.
It could be either one.
I thought it was a combination of both.
It could be either one. Or some bourbon. Put some bourbon in it. You know, bourbon, you can put bourbon in any hot drink. It's good.
Oh, man. When you going to give me your recipe for the hot toddy?
I told you what it is.
I know, but I'm just saying, you're going to have to give it to me again. You might send it to me in
okay. It's tea. I'll send it to you. Tea, lemon, 2 cough drops, a sliver of garlic, sugar. Yes, fresh garlic, sugar, and then for good measure, you can pour in just a touch of bourbon or whiskey, preferably Jack Daniels. Delicious.
I got Uncle Nearest, so that's just about close.
Uncle Nearest work.
Yeah.
But you know, I grew up with Jack, so Jack is what I used to use all the time. Took all that pneumonia and all that stuff up out of me, honey.
Okay.
People don't think it works. It works. Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard nobody put the garlic in it.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that nobody talks about. Nobody's ever said put garlic in it. Nobody did that. I didn't grow up with that. I got that from somebody, you know, later on in life. Yeah. And he actually gave it to me and healed me from my bronchitis, darn near pneumonia status.
JD, what up, JD? Good morning to you, fella. Marcus said that the coffee got him through his deployments in the military.
I'm sure it did. I'm not a coffee drinker. Give me the tea. Is that hard to start up in there?
Oh, okay.
Hey, let me tell you about something that happened to me this week. You got bank accounts, right? You got bank accounts. Yeah. But are you a member of a credit union?
No.
Well, listen to this. I joined this credit union. I had never seen or heard of a credit union like this before. Okay. No, Marcus, I'm in North Carolina.
Durham, North Carolina.
Y'all better get that right. North Carolina.
The blackest town there is in America.
Yeah. Durham, North Carolina. Black Wall Street. The better Black Wall Street. Better than even what's the name of that place?
The one in Mississippi?
No.
Oh.
Can't think right now. But anyway, so listen, this credit union is all digital. When you go into the branch, they don't have any money, any cash in the branch. Okay? And it's a financial institution. So you walk in, there's still people there to greet you. You know how you have the tellers in the teller line, but then you got the people in the offices that by the desk that help you set up new accounts and answer questions, take out a loan, all that stuff. You know the difference, right?
Yes.
Right. Well, when you walk in, there's no teller line, right? You walk in, there's a battery of kiosks with screens on them. And your tellers, they're not AI, they're real people. But you communicate with the teller through the kiosk. And they're live people. You see them on the screen, they can see you. You do your transaction through the kiosk. And if you want to withdraw money, you get to tell them what denominations you want the money in. And the only denomination they do not have is tens. You can get 20s, 5s, and 1s. That's it. Isn't that strange? That's strange to me. But I didn't realize it before I got there. That's how they operate. So the woman, when I said I wanted to come, see about opening an account, she said, okay, well, let me explain. So she explained the whole thing. She said, are you comfortable with that? I said, I'm fine with it. I'm willing to try anything new. It's new to me. So let's try it. Let's see. I just never think. And then when you go to the drive-thru on the outside, it's a kiosk with a screen and a person. I just think it's cool. Or you can go to the ATM. So they do have regular ATMs too.
Okay. All right.
But the point is they don't ever have to worry about getting robbed because they don't have it's cashless in there. Somebody come up in there, give me money out the safe. We don't have a safe. What you talking about? We have no money here. There's a sign on the door. There's no cash on the premises.
Wow.
I love it. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep you informed on how this works because
if you get a chance, you know how you do with your videotaping. Next time you see if you can videotape it.
I'll see if they feel comfortable with that. Financial institutions get weird about stuff like that. Yes, but I would be able to.
Just let them know you're trying to explain it to your cousin down south about this.
Oh, Marcus was saying he was going to tell me about my man Tim Scott. That's the congressman from or senator, I think, from South Carolina, who's black and a Republican and crazy. Well, we got some bad ones here too. The guy that ran for lieutenant governor last year was black man, Republican, and crazy. And I cannot even remember his name now, and I'm glad. But he got caught with some sexual stuff from his Twitter account. So his career is gone now. Ain't got to worry about him no more.
Well, one thing I know about in politics, if they want to get rid of you, they can get rid of you.
They can find anything. That's why I'm not in politics right now. I will not. You don't know how many times people say, why don't you run for office? You can run for city council.
That is one thing I've seen it, Sharon, I've seen it. This is the 90s where this had nothing to do with your Twitter or nothing to count. This is the 90s. We talking about at this time I may be 12, 13 years old. And I'm just sitting there and you start to have these conversations with your grandmother. She started telling you stuff and she ain't supposed to be telling you at the time. And you like, so wait a minute. So he can't be councilman or nothing no more? Oh, he won't be nothing. And so I'm thinking that she's joking with me, right? Like,
right.
No way you telling me he done went from, my eyes, he done went from sugar to shit like that. Darren, a couple years later, I want to say I'm in high school at this time, so I'm like maybe 17. I'm about 17 years old. I goes to go get on the train. Who was there?
Uh-huh.
Who was there cleaning up in the train? Same guy that was a congressman. Well, I ain't gonna say congressman. He was I would say a community leader. Same guy was a community leader wearing suits all the time. Now is like volunteering to clean up in places with bummy clothes on. He ain't even got suits on like he used to have all the time. He got bummy clothes on. And I'm sitting over there, and I had to tell. I think I told my dad. I was like, "What happened?" He was like, "Grandma tried to tell you when they want to get rid of you, they will get rid of you.
They will.
They will get rid."
And again, that's why I never ran for public office. You were not gonna get my business all out in the street and embarrass my mom and daddy. No, not happening. I have secrets that I will carry with me to the grave. You hear what I'm saying?
Ooh, and they be finding secrets on you.
Oh, yeah, these right here, these secrets, they'll never find. Because see, I know how to keep stuff to myself and leave no trail.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good at that. But I had to leave that life behind, so I'm good.
Yeah. Now Trisha Joy was asking, so what do you go to that bank and do actually?
So let me explain.
All right.
Good question, Trisha. Shout out to Trisha Joy, 2MW, Sports 360, podcaster, friend, sister. What's up, girl?
Okay, OKC lover.
Yeah, oh yeah. Congratulations.
OKC doing good. I don't see her doing no OKC podcast. But I'm gonna keep saying
it's okay. That. We gonna do it. World champion, Oklahoma City Thunder fan. So she's enjoying the year. But listen, so when you go, you can still do like, let's say if you're one of those people who for some reason have a paper check you want to deposit, you can go inside and go to the kiosk and deposit it and then ask them for money back. You can go to the ATM if you want to on the outside, but some people want to come in and actually talk to a person. Why? Because they may have a question. They may want to say, hey, how soon can I get this money back? If it's like a check for $1,500, do I have access right now? Sometimes they tell you on the teller machine and sometimes they don't. It depends on how your teller machine is, your ATM machine is. So they may have that question. They may say, hey, my ATM card is not connected to my savings account. Can you move $500 of that to my savings account? And they'll do that. You want a receipt? Yes, give me a receipt. Give you a receipt. So there's still tellers in the bank. They're just not physically in the bank. It's just through a screen. And then you have the other customer service reps on the side that you can go to. Let's say if you want to talk to them about loans, getting a safe deposit box, getting what you call them things, a money market account that you want to open, or another checking, another savings, a business account, anything like that, new accounts or any other questions or concerns. You've got 3 or 4 people in the banks, in the credit union for that. So it works just like a bank. There's only two differences: no cash on the premises and no live tellers on the premises. That's it. Everything else is exactly the same. Interesting. I'm gonna see how this works.
When you had said no cash was there, first thing I was thinking was, well, sometimes I gotta go to the bank to go get some cash money when I go on a trip.
Mm-hmm. You can go.
I don't want to take no money out.
You go to the teller, either the live teller or the ATM, and you go get your cash. Now, let's say your the ATM is set up that you can't withdraw more than $1,500, and you want to go get $3,000. Well, then you go to the teller and say, "Hey, I need to withdraw $3,000." Boom, boom, boom. There you go. What I really liked about it, how you go, I don't know how long ago it's been since you opened an account, but when you open an account and you want a debit card, usually when you walk out of there, you don't have your debit card or your checks. You have temporary checks in just a little card with the number written on it, but you don't have the actual card. And they say 7 to 10 business days, your card will come in the mail. No, I got my debit card on the spot. They have a card machine that prints the cards out on the spot. Like that too.
TD Bank does that as well.
Good. And I'd never experienced that in all my life until yesterday.
Before TD Bank, it was called Commerce Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Commerce Bank as well used to do that. But now I think Commerce Bank is Republican Bank.
Republic.
Yeah, Republic Bank. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the order. I deal with them banks every day on the job. But yeah, it's good. I'm gonna keep you up to date on how it goes though.
Yeah, keep me up to date. I'd be a little nervous about joining new banks, but I'd be a little nervous because I know that back in the day, I knew these guys. They used to go from bank to bank and scam them for money, so that's why I'd be a little nervous.
Well, it wouldn't bother you though.
No,
Wouldn't affect you. But if you're not in the credit union, get in the credit union. When I went down the list of benefits of being in the credit union, I was like, this is what I've belonged to 2 credit unions in the past. Actually 3. Now that I think about it, it's 3 of them. I was in one in college too. Forgot about that. But anyway, and you do get perks you don't get through a bank, and you get better interest rates.
sounds good.
They have services they do for you. They'll go find a car for you if you're car shopping. I mean, they do all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm.
Now, let's get into we lost an icon,
Yes,
Reverend Jesse Jackson,
Jesse Louis Jackson.
Jesse Louis Jackson, who was he was a civil rights leader, ran for president twice, and I just found this out yesterday. Now I forgot it. Something else he did. I'm gonna let you say it though, Chocolate Girl. I found out something new yesterday, and I forgot it already. Slipping.
What was it? Did I say it?
I think it was something that you said. But
Okay. Well, I might have. I told you about Operation Breadbasket, and that is the civil rights movement in Chicago, which was successful that nobody really talks about. Everybody talks about, the bus boycott and the sanitation workers and all that down south, but they don't talk about what happened in Chicago. And Jesse Jackson was the leader of it. And it's in a book called Operation Breadbasket. It's the book that I tell all Black especially, community leaders, politicians, anybody out here in the struggle to read. They need to read it. Why am I saying to read it now? Because this happened in the 70s, and people born now that were not alive in the 70s all think, well, not all, but a lot of you think that the old way of doing things is obsolete and they don't work. And if you don't do it this new way, it's never going to work. And I'm an advocate of doing both. There are certain things that we did back in the 70s that will apply right now if you will just do it. And that is evidenced by this Target boycott that some folks out here, Black folks out here saying, it ain't working. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Okay, yes, we are. Because it's now a year. I haven't been to Target. Now it's my favorite store. But the data shows the effect that this has happened, that this has had on Target. Did you know that Forbes magazine removed Target as a favored business, favored company? They're no longer on the list for the first time in 27 years. Why? Because of this boycott. And so if people think boycotting doesn't make a difference, that's a lie. And they need to read the book. You don't have to believe Sharon. Read the book. So, Jesse Jackson, he was a founder of the Rainbow Push Coalition. If you don't know what that is, go Google it. It's very important in our history. He ran for president first in 1984. First Black candidate that was seeking the nomination in a long time. But anyway, he was in the running. Of course, he didn't win, but he got over 5 million votes, I think it was, which was great for the first time somebody, doing it, in that regard. But
he lost to Reagan And then he lost to Daddy Bush.
Well, Dukakis beat him for the nomination.
Okay.
Yeah. So he didn't get the nomination. So of course he didn't win. But the movement that he started, it would be no Barack Obama if it wasn't for Jesse Jackson. And that's a true statement, because Jesse Jackson encouraged Black people to believe in voting who didn't believe in voting. He was first to do that before Obama. And the people that they registered was just unbelievable. Unbelievable. But I will never forget seeing him speak live in Detroit in 1984. I won't ever forget it. It changed my life, and I'm going to leave it at there because I'll be crying in a minute. But when I say larger than life, he was a tall man, so his presence was larger than life. And then he had this booming voice. He was eloquent. The way he was able to put those words together were just amazing. And the down with dope, up with hope, got a lot of people off drugs that were on drugs. And then Keep Hope Alive gave people hope. It became a punchline in people's jokes. But before that, it was real and tangible and something that we literally held on to. Keep Hope Alive. Because we didn't want to be hopeless. We had just gone through Nixon, and Reagan was in the midst. We were in a state. So we needed Jesse Jackson. And what really got us riled up about Jesse Jackson was the fact that he was accepted in spaces we hadn't seen Black politicians accepted in. And he wasn't a politician. How you get to go overseas and free one of our soldiers that was shot down somewhere over there, and he went over and negotiated his release as a private citizen. Yeah, Jesse Jackson did that. So he won the respect of leaders all across the world, and he wasn't even an elected official. He was just Jesse Jackson, community leader, Reverend from South Carolina. And may he rest in peace. My heart just is still broken.
Okay. Well, let's start piece on Jesse Jackson.
And I'm upset because they're not going to have him in the rotunda at the Capitol, and they won't fly the flag at half staff, but they did that for that darn Charlie Kirk. Yeah. Anybody have any question of what kind of administration we're dealing with? That's a vivid example right there.
Oh, I already know. And the bad thing about it is it's going to get worse.
Not unless we let it.
That. Not unless we let it.
But anyway, movies. I got a hard stop in 20 minutes.
Yes. All right. So we got to get to this movie review, ladies and gentlemen. So this month, movie that came out this month, Joe's College Road Trip. Anybody watch Madea? I know a lot of people say, well, I don't like Tyler Perry. I don't watch Tyler Perry movies. Tyler Perry movies are always about this. Listen, throw all that out the window.
Yep.
This is different. Out the window and just watch the movie. I think this movie was perfect for Black History Month. I think this movie was perfect for the I want to say the dividing of the generations. I think it was a perfect blend to put them together. You take the old with the you take the old with the young and put them together. I think that's perfect that, which I think was the Willie Lynch letter, to divide the old from the young so they can make them so the old people won't get none of the young people youth, or the young people won't get none of the old people wisdom. If I'm not mistaken,
Right.
This one right here, actually, there were some places out there I never even been to, and some places I did go to and didn't even know it was possible. I didn't know it was possible that you could actually go to Martin Luther King, where he was assassinated, and actually go into the room he was in. Didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know that was
at the Lorraine Motel. Yeah.
No, I didn't even know it, and I was by there. Didn't even know.
Yeah.
I would actually like to, take this tour. So I know y'all are wondering, like, so what's this Joe's College Road Trip about? Tyler Perry has a son. His name is BJ. Well, I'm sorry. If you know the Tyler Perry situation on the show, Tyler Perry's name is Brian. He has a son named BJ. BJ's been brought up around white people his whole life. He don't see color. He don't believe in racism. He's now grown enough to pick
private school. His two best friends. Is he white and Asian? Were they or just white? Yes. I can't remember.
And they don't believe the whole thing happened because he got a scholarship to an HBCU and his dad was excited, but he was like, "Well, why is it called HBCU?" He was like, "Because it's a historical black college." He said, "So what about the white colleges?" He said, "All the rest of the colleges are white." So he said,
right.
So he was like, "Well, why do we got to, segregate everything? Why can't it just all be all together?" And he was just sitting and he was noticing that he never had the conversation with his son to tell him about his blackness. He never sat down with his son to let him know that, we were divided from white people, your heritage and where you've been and how black people were treated. His son knew none of that. All he knew was private school, play video games, hang with his friends and all that. That's all he knew. Never seen color, never been in a racist situation, which is weird. But so he thought that he was raising his son the wrong way. So he started to realize that he needed help. And he started to ask the white people around him for help, and the white people wouldn't help him. So he had to go ask his Aunt Medea and his father Joe to help him with his son.
And that was a funny conversation.
And they cussed him out because they said his son was too soft and he should have had the conversation with him. And he kept he pleaded with Medea. He said, "Medea, could you go with BJ on a college road trip?" And she said, "No, but your dad will go with him. Joe will go with him." And Joe took him on a trip, threw his cell phone out the window.
Yeah, get Joe. Yeah, get Joe to go with him.
Right. Threw his cell phone out the window. Joe took him on a college road trip. He went by all these historical black places where, the first stop was where Martin Luther King got killed. Second stop was where the race riots was at. I think the third stop was Money, Mississippi, where Emmett Till was killed and thrown in the river. And was it the Black Wall Street? I think that was the stop.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, yes. Mm-hmm. Black Wall Street, yeah. Tulsa, Oklahoma. And after that was Jasper, Texas. Jasper, Texas was the last one. That was the last stop. And he showed him all the historic places, but he never explained each place to him. He just took him
what happened in Jasper? What happened in Jasper, Texas, Marcus?
Jasper, Texas, the guy that was gay ended up getting killed.
Dennis. Who?
I think am I saying that right? Jasper, Texas, that's where the guy that was gay ended up getting killed, and Obama made a law about him.
Oh, you talking about Ryan White? I didn't know that was in Texas.
Jasper, Texas.
I thought Jasper, Texas was where. Well, Marcus can straighten this out since he's from Texas. But I thought Jasper, Texas. I thought Jasper, Texas was where the black man, last name was Bird, and he was drugged behind a truck. See, that's the part of the movie I missed. I missed what the last place was. So I can't even tell you what it said because I missed it. I had left the room, now I came back. But anyway, I did see the rest of the movie. It's good.
Yes, then he fell in love with this. He fell in love with this. Well, at that same time, Joe was also used to be a pimp. So, Joe, after all that stuff, Joe had to go to the whole house, or as he said, is the hotel where the hoes don't tell, as he would say. That's what Joe said. So,
well, why do you think the movie was? Do you think did you like the movie? What did you like about the movie? And was there anything about the movie you didn't like?
I love the movie. Only thing I didn't like on the movie I thought was too much was that fight. That fight that he had in the white people bar. I think that was like too much. That was too much. Like you pulling chairs out your stomach and all that. You doing Matrix stuff. That's too much. That's too much. But besides that, I love the movie. I thought the movie was a very good movie. I like the fact that they went on that trail and they actually showed those places. I like the fact that he actually had a moment. And Tyler Perry usually has this moment in every movie where he'll say something that hits home so well, and you'll be just sitting there like, man, that might have been the realest thing I ever heard.
Right.
And he sat there and he was like, I don't understand what's wrong with y'all. Y'all don't even, respect your heritage, where you came from. People had to fight for y'all to sit around here and just be walking and enjoy yourselves. And y'all ain't got no damn respect for none of that stuff. And he said, if you think what white people did to black people back in the day was bad, you should see what black people doing to black people now. That's got to be the stupidest shit I've ever seen. And I was like, man, he ain't lying. Like, you got to, today's world, you got to, not only do you got to watch out for other people, you got to watch out for your own kind.
That's right.
As much as you want to say, I want to look out for my people, you can't even look out for your people because your people trying to stab you in your back.
What do I always say, Dennis? I said, I'm tired. I'm tired because not only do I have to fight them, I got to fight my own people.
Own people.
And it don't make sense. I'm tired.
It don't make no sense at all.
No.
And he was telling the whole truth. And I sat there and I watched the whole movie and I was like, man. But I was actually happy to see them places though. I'm not gonna lie to you, Sharon. I would like to take that trip to go to some of them places.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to take that trip to go to some of the places just to go see them places and see what was going on.
How close are you to Maryland, to Baltimore?
I ain't that far at all. I'm gonna be there tomorrow. I'm gonna go see BJ preach tomorrow.
Oh, you going? That's awesome.
I'm going to go see.
I wish I could be there.
I want to go see his reverend moment.
I wish I could be there. Shout out to Brandon Samuels. Good luck tomorrow on your preaching your sermon. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I was just talking to him earlier too.
The reason why I asked is because Maryland, Baltimore has a couple of museums you need to go to if you haven't already.
Yeah, the Black History Museum. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you been there yet?
I think I have been there younger. I haven't been there older.
Yeah, you need to go back. And have you been to Blacks on Wax?
Yeah, I seen Blacks on Wax.
They have wax. Yeah, you can go back in there. Mm-hmm. Go back in there. They've updated it.
I'll go back in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a real good movie. The one thing that I like about it is you still got the Medea feel of the older, loving, traditional character, but it's not everybody like, oh, he got to put a dress on to make money. No, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. If he don't feel like putting that dress on again, he could give us more Joe. We appreciate Joe.
Because Joe crazy, man. He crazy. So for me, I love the movie. I love the historical nature of it. I love the lessons. I love everything that you loved about it. I loved it. But as I said before the show, when we were talking about it, I don't know. I felt like he went a little bit over the top on the realness of Joe. Excuse me. So I appreciate the realness. I understand he was a former pimp. I get that. But just the way that the things that he was saying to his grandson and showing him, and then when Brian was reliving the fact that he asked his father where babies come from, and he took him to see this woman give birth. Come on, look at her. You know what? Look at this. Go come out. I'm like, okay, that's a little bit. I mean, he didn't have to be that vulgar with it. That's the word I'm looking for. But I get it. It was Joe. And Joe can be like that. I mean, the language that he uses. Well, but that's who he is. And Medea was in it. She was funny, but she wasn't prominent throughout the whole movie, which is what you're talking about, which I think was good. They put Joe on center stage more, and you learn more about Joe. So the character development was great. The message was great. The outcome was great. But since people haven't watched it, I won't say what it is, but you got to watch it. I recommend it.
I do recommend it. I highly recommend it.
So on a scale of 1 to 3, you give it a 3?
Yeah, I'm giving it a 3.
3 stars.
And it was
3
perfect
thumbs
for
up.
it was perfect for Black History Month. It was perfect for that.
Yeah, perfect for that. Yeah. All right, well, let's move to the second movie.
Yes, relationship
goals.
That's right. Starring Kelly Rowland and Clifford, aka Method Man. This is actually
Method Man.
It's a very good movie. A very good rom-com, I would say. If you're looking for a rom-com, you was looking for something, around Valentine's Day to watch. Even though we're past Valentine's Day now, but you was looking for something around Valentine's Day to watch. This was a good movie to watch. Just an in-office work relationship, as I always explain to people, work relationships all the time. People always want to shoot. You ain't supposed to be eating where you poop at that, whatever. Relationships work out all the time. People want to shoot me down, so I ain't gonna say nothing. But this rom-com was good. Good storyline, good base. It was good. And the one thing I loved about it is over the years, I've seen the growth of Kelly Rowland and Method Man as actors.
Yes.
And that's why this was so good, because it was like, these are they have grown to be A-list actors.
Very good. About it. Well, and the story is a typical rom-com story with a twist, I guess, because she ends up working with her ex who cheated on her and left her in the past. And so they end up competing for the same job, which is a common thing in rom-coms, but it had flavor to it. It had all the things that we can relate to. Even the music we can relate to. And the expressions that they use in the movie, we can relate to. And then, of course, she had the two friends. You got to always have the two best friends, right? And then they had the second storyline was one of the friends was dealing with the man who didn't want to commit and ask her to marry him. So they were giving her advice on what to do with that. But then Kelly wasn't doing right with her own relationship, but she giving her advice,
That's usually how it goes. Everybody got
that's how it goes.
When they ain't doing what they're supposed to do, they ain't got to right for themselves, though.
Right. And is there anybody in the movie that you did not care for?
Somebody in the movie I did not care for. No, I think everybody made sense. Everybody made sense. Everybody made
I think
sense.
it was well. I think it was well casted, like the actors they picked to play the
Mm-hmm.
roles, and I believe it was well scripted. There was no character that I just didn't like. There was no foil really.
Mm-hmm.
You know, usually they have what they call a foil, which is a person that's a nemesis, a person that gets on your nerves. It's like if they had brought Method, or I can't remember his real name, but if they brought Method in and they were vibing, he and Kelly were vibing, then all of a sudden his ex-girlfriend shows up. She would be the foil because she
Right.
would be haughty, you know, trying to act like they're still together and she still owns him or whatever. And that would be the foil. Well, they didn't have that. It was no foil.
Okay.
And I kind of liked it, that the fact that there was no foil. They were the foil to themselves because both of them didn't want to admit what they were feeling at first. And then finally, of course, he did, but then she didn't want to admit it. And you know how that goes when somebody doesn't want to admit it.
Playing hard to get.
Right. And sometimes, and then what happens usually when you play hard to get, they get gone.
Yeah.
And then what you do?
You missed out on a good opportunity.
Right. And so I thought it was good and sweet. Kelly looked beautiful. And oh Lord, when he took the shirt off and had the abs showing, I was like, well, damn. That's all I can say. And this man is damn near 60 or whatever he is. He
Almost 50, I
pretty
think.
good.
Almost 50.
I mean, 50. Yeah, he holding it down. He holding it down. He looking good.
It's crazy because we look at it, and I mean, back when we was watching How High, and people used to be like, "Those are the only type of movies he gonna do." You ain't gonna ever see him do nothing else, like be a doctor or something. Man, is acting as a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's top. What was he trying to be? What was he fighting to be? It was
Showrunner. The showrunner.
The showrunner
for a morning show.
Yes.
So I mean, that's a notable producer type role. It's a very important role and well respected in the industry. So yeah, I thought it was good. I think it's a must see. It's right up there with movies like Daddy's Little Girl.
Yes.
Two Can Play That Game.
Yes.
It's another rom-com.
Hey, you know what? It's kind of crazy. He just might be up there with Morris Chestnut in acting. I didn't really put that together.
No, he ain't there. No, I can't. No, I can't say that.
I should ask. You know, I know somebody who's a big Morris Chestnut fan. I should ask them.
You looking at the biggest Morris Chestnut fan right here.
Oh, you a big Morris Chestnut? I did not know that.
Oh my gosh, yes. And Method's come a long way now, but he ain't on that level yet. No.
Okay. Chocolate Girl said,
sir.
hell no.
No, sir. Don't do that. No, sir.
I'm gonna have to find out, man. That's gonna have to be a conversation.
You don't have to have no conversation. We just had it. No, he's not on that level yet.
Now I gotta find somebody who's a big Method Man fan.
Well, I'm a Method Man fan.
You ain't as big as you are as a Morris Chestnut fan.
True.
All right.
But I love me some Method, and it's not about who I like, it's what they've done and his body of work.
No, body of work is gonna be Morris Chestnut. I was talking about as of right now.
No, I know, but I'm saying through the body of work that they both have, I've been able to watch them. And Method is not there yet. He's on his way. He's great, but he's not Morris Chestnut level yet in terms of skill.
All right.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Did not know you was a big Morris Chestnut fan.
Oh my gosh. We'll have to have conversations on that. But yeah,
yes, we gotta get ready to get you out of here.
I love me some Morris Chestnut. You know, Sheila is a big, what's the dude? Who's the actor that played in Daddy's Little Girls?
Oh, Idris Elba.
That all the women love. Yeah, she loved him. She's like, oh, he just. I'm like, have you looked at Morris next to this man? No, there's no comparison. Morris is way better looking than him. What are you talking about? You know? So anyway, she can have him. I'll take Morris. He's the best looking thing in Hollywood to me right now.
All right now.
That's only because Denzel's getting old now. He's looking more grandpa-ish now, but he's still Denzel. Or Denzel. His name is Denzel. We've been saying it wrong all this time. His name is Denzel. That's what he said. Shoot the messenger. That's what he said in the interview. His name is Denzel.
The one thing I'm gonna say, to end out this show, this is gonna be my final words, then I'm gonna let you go. One thing I'm gonna say, all right, at this point in your movie watching or TV life, don't just discredit something from what you heard. Actually take your time out and go watch it. Actually take your time out and go watch it. I got a couple movies I gotta go watch because I used to be behind watching that. I such told me it was no. I'm gonna go watch it. I'm not gonna sit back and just let somebody else dictate, or maybe it's something that they've done in the past, they already apologized for. No. I'm gonna go watch it. And I'll just give my honest review. And that's it.
For instance, we're gonna watch the movie Divorce in Black. Dennis and I have never seen it. So that's going to be the next movie we watch and review.
Yes.
But to piggyback off of what you just said, as far as my last words, yes, go check it out for yourself. Now, there are some movies that I'm not watching just because of the kind of movies they are. That's different. And I'm just not going to watch them. You're not going to like Get Out and stuff like that. I'm not watching that. You can't trick me into watching it. You can't pay me to watch it. I'm not watching it. That's just it. Not going to watch it. But I won't watch it. I won't not watch a movie because somebody else said it's not good. I will watch it. I may not tell you I watched it, but I will watch it. But give things a chance. Take a chance in life in general, not just about movies, but sometimes you got to reach outside of your comfort zone. Sometimes you have to reach outside of what you're used to doing and do something differently. Me, I joined a steppers group recently, like 9 months ago now. It's one of the greatest decisions I ever made. I absolutely love it. And I never thought that I would love it this much. So the old Sharon probably would not have joined it, but I'm glad I did. So take a chance. My final words is take a chance. Do it afraid, but do it. Whatever that is, just do it. Do it till you're satisfied.
Do it till you're satisfied. Do it.
Whatever that is.
And keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive. Rest in peace, Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Reverend Jesse.